the one by rumble. But let's take a closer look.
Slow it down so we can see what's going on.
Looks kind of like the chain is holding on to the chain ring as it goes around, not releasing all the way.
That chain ring, it just loves that chain so much it doesn't want to let go when it should, and that's the rumble. Let's tumble this rumble on
Tech Tuesday.
So we've got some wear going on, we have some popping, we have a very bad feeling, but where is the wear? Do we care?
The wear is on the forward edge of the chain ring. As it's pulling it around, it's slowly eroding that chain ring and it's creating a small hook.
Glacial wear, it's not. But as you pedal along, you're digging in with that roller, and over time, it's gonna wear. That's why we care.
Should we stare? Should we set up a snare? I think we'll shoot a flare.
Where are we going? So the correct repair, ta-da, new. That's right. So the fix is really pretty simple and fast. Tight, 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 and we're done. Right?
Yeah.
What is that sound? It's the sound of the ring to crank arm interface moving a little bit. Something's going on in there. Isn't that the sound?
Well, I think the sound you actually heard may or may not have been a door from a haunted house that we found on the internet.
Yeah, okay. We couldn't get this one to misbehave like we wanted to, so we just downloaded some noise.
Yeah.
But it happens. Believe us.
It happens pretty frequently too. So to get that to go away, we want to make sure that the surface between the crank arm and the chain ring is prepped properly. So what we're going to use over here, we're going to use some RC1 compound. We need some primer for that. Spray it down. Clean, clean, clean.
This is especially important if someone had previously greased it. Grease is displacing the compound, so that's why we want to get rid of any extra material so the gaps are totally filled by the RC1.
Yeah, so the RC1, it takes up all the space in between and creates 100% contact between the two surfaces. So it's really efficient in transferring loads, basically making so there's no movement in between the two pieces. Take our primer here. Lay this in here, get just a very little amount on here, the primer.
And the primer is going to act as a catalyst for the compound.
It's not crucial that the primer's dry, but sometimes it helps if you let it dry. But once you have that on, you have your catalyst on there, the primer. Just use a little bit all the way around.
A little bit's a good thing here because you're only trying to fill the gaps. Pour it on if you like, but it's just going to sit on the table or the ground. So
once you start tightening it up, it'll get displaced out of there.
That's right.
But it'll take up very tiny gaps. Pop that on. Put our 3 bolts in. We have our torque wrench set to the proper torque.
8 to 9 Newton meters. Almost done.
Just gotta wait. It's important to let this dry. Let it dry for about 24 hours.
Sure.
And then you'll be good to go.
Any excess fluid?
Wipe it off.
It's not doing any good on the outside. It's what's on the inside, Truman. That counts. We've got our 2 samples here. It's sat overnight, 24 hours. I've got one with grease. Let's see what it's like. And we pull, and of course it's off. Fine. A few months, it dissipates, it washes away. We might end up with the creak. Let's have a look at the creak killing compound.
All right, our last bolt is out. All right. I think we got to fixture this.
I think he's faking it. He's not faking it.
That's pretty in there.
Is that gonna creak? No way.
No. Oh yeah, there she comes.
And off. So we can see down inside this hard material that was there. Well, we're going to probably pick that away when we put a new chainring on. But the fact that there is material in there is wonderful because that tells us there was space, that airspace. Airspace is cricket time, it's creak time. Well, in conclusion, we've solved the problem of the rumble. No big deal, it's just putting on new parts. But we've also seen how to prevent any kind of future creaking, right?
Yeah, the RC compound, it's a kind of a situation of it's great to have it and not need it, rather than need it and not have it.
See you on the trail.
Thanks for joining us. So something interesting was happening in the slow motion footage of the chain retaining to the chainring. Some teeth were retaining better than other ones.
Some were releasing. We got two types of teeth here, wide and skinny. Who was grabbing that tooth and pulling it up? The skinny or the wide? And why? Why was that, Truman?
I don't know. Let's hear from you guys in the comment section.